What's up, YouTube? It's your main man, Mr. Unstoppable. Another early mornings with your boy. No tea today, man. So I had a relapse. Not like I'm a Celsius junkie or not, but like I used to drink Celsius all the time. So that's what we on. That's what we on this morning. It is officially 4:45 a.m. man. Monday, July 27th. I have this affinity for 7 and 2 for some reason. I was born July 2nd. So it's a belated birthday for me too. But it equals the number 9 too. So I have an infatuation with the number 9 too as well. So there's a lot going with that. That's a sidebar. That's not really why we're here though. People hate Mondays, man. I actually love Mondays myself though, because it is a completely new week, which means a whole new week of opportunities, man. Every time, one of my slogans is new week, new goals, you know? Excuse the terrible lighting, but y'all be watching my videos all the time. It's hella early in the morning, man. It's like 4:46 a.m. right now. So, of course, I'm outside of the gym. So, I'm about to go in here and get my workout in after I make this video. I actually wasn't going to make a video today, but here we are, you know what I'm saying? I've been realizing a lot of things in my life, man. I've been watching a lot of like manifestation stuff, esoteric knowledge, self-improvement, and just learning a lot about myself and deleting a lot of stuff that doesn't serve me anymore. A lot of self-limiting beliefs, you know, a lot of doubts, a lot of fears that I've once had for myself. And I'm really just embracing my shadow self too a lot more, you know? The fact that I'm not a perfect human being, which is fantastic to say, because I used to always have this strive for like some type of perfectionism, but I feel like that just came from my insecurities, you know what I'm saying? So it feels really good to just really embrace my shadow self and myself in its entirety, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with the darkness that's within all of us, because we all have it, you know what I mean? There's nothing that, in my opinion, that's inherently bad. It's just about how we perceive things, you know? The shadow self is very powerful. The ego is very powerful. Now, a lot of people say don't have an ego, but your ego is there to protect you. If you didn't have the dark parts of yourself, the good that you have within your heart, people would take full advantage of, you know? If you didn't have any boundaries, you know, everybody knows those people who just allows people to just walk all over them. You know what I'm saying? Who can't defend themselves, people who don't have boundaries set up, and they just let people just walk all over them. So it's good to embrace your shadow self, because not only is it an aspect of yourself, so if you shun it, you're basically shunning yourself, but it's there to help you. It's there to protect you, you know, and that's part of who you are. So if you're watching this video right now, embrace every aspect of yourself. And you can't really level up and grow as much as you want to unless you embrace every single aspect of you, you know? And that's one thing that I've really been learning a lot lately, amongst some other things too. I feel like I've finally gotten to a point where the things that I've been practicing and the frequency that I've been trying to align with my highest self, it's like it's fine. Like I'm finally here, you know. And it's an interesting thing, man, because like when you try so hard, man, and you like consistently putting in action over and over, and you just feel like you're not getting anywhere. And then finally one day, like shit just starts clicking, and the reason, this is how I can tell that I'm becoming a different person, like I'm finally aligning with my highest self. When situations arise that I used to react to, I'm no longer reacting to. So you ever check like your bank account balance, or like you get a bill or something like that, and you just automatically just like get angry, or you feel a certain type of way about it, you feel some type of despair, you feel like a victim, or like stuff like that. I don't have any emotional reactions to a lot of the things that I used to have emotional reactions to. I'm very detached from those things now. And when you're manifesting or becoming a new identity, there's going to be a battle between the person that you currently are and the person that you've been for a long time and the person that you're striving to become. So whenever you're transforming, and I've been transforming my whole life, man, ever since like 14 years ago when I was a overweight alcoholic, victim mindset, the most terrible, like a complete 180 from where I am today. And that's what got me onto this path, you know what I'm saying, of personal development, because I didn't want to be that person anymore. I've been depressed, like severely depressed, to the point where I didn't want to live anymore. And the fact that I'm alive right now really is a blessing, because I've spent years of my life feeling like that, you know? And so if you're watching this video and you've ever had thoughts like that, man, just know that you're not alone. Just know that you're not alone in that. Depression is something that you can beat, but you have to really just figure out why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. And you got to not be so hard on yourself, you know? It takes a lot to really look at yourself in the mirror and unpack the things that you don't want to look at or talk about. Everybody's got past traumas. Everybody's got something in their past that hinders them, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the negative self-talk, a lot of those things don't even come from you. And that's the craziest part about it, because the reason why you're suffering isn't even because of something that you really truly believe. It's something that somebody told you probably a long time ago. You know, maybe you was bullied. I was actually bullied a long time ago when I was in middle school. A lot of people don't know that, but everybody has like trauma, you know what I'm saying? And until you can really just really look at yourself and really face yourself head on and really unpack all that stuff, man, you won't ever be able to grow to be the person that you need to become, the person that you envision, you know? Because everybody has some ideal way that they want to be, or somebody that they idolize, or some type of archetype where you look at this person, whether it be superheroes, because that was one of my biggest things, it still is to this day, or just like whether you want to be like your dad or somebody in your life that's positive, who embodies a lot of traits that you might not have or possess right now, but you can. Everybody has that, you know what I'm saying? There's somebody who you want, there's a particular person that you want to become. Everybody strives for growth and to evolve as a person, because that's honestly, that's the reason why we're here. Everybody has their own lessons to learn, but you know, growth and evolution is definitely part of it, you know what I'm saying, like part of everybody's life. And you really just have to be able to really take a long look at yourself, man, you know? And no matter what you see, you got to be able to give yourself compassion. There was a lot of things in my life that I didn't want to take the time to look at. And that's why, you know, I basically buried all of those feelings deep within myself, and I used to, you know, drink all the time. So that's where the alcoholism came from. Developing anger issues. I had real bad anger issues a long time ago. I know y'all probably watching these videos because a lot of y'all probably know me, and a lot of y'all been watching my videos and be like, man, he's so positive, man. You know, you always got something positive to say, you know, and telling people to elevate themselves. But that's where that comes from, you know? It's just like Batman's origin story. If his parents didn't die, he would have never became Batman, you know? Everybody has some type of dark past or something that traumatizing that happened that sparks their transformation, because that's necessary in order for you to become somebody different. You know, you have to become somebody different. You have to have some type of intense like trauma or something that just happened to you, so that way you can say, you know, I don't want to be this person anymore. You know what I mean? Everybody has that type of thing, you know? And anybody who has a success story, they always got an origin story. Like every supervillain has that moment where they decided to become a villain. Every superhero has that moment where they decided to become a superhero. But if you really understand, like, it really is a choice at the end of the day. Because if you really peep, the supervillain story and the superhero stories are exactly the same. You just have a choice that you have to make, whether you want to utilize the things that happened in your past to better yourself and inspire other people to do the same, or you could take the opposite route. But sometimes, you know, the villain era, you know, a lot of y'all be going through y'all villain eras. Everybody goes through it, I feel like. And then you can go from being that and then have and transition into, you know, and take that darkness that comes from that and then turn your life around, you know? You can always create a completely different identity for yourself and become whoever it is that you want to be. Don't let anything in your past dictate who you can become, because the only person that dictates that is you, you know? So it's Monday. I'm feeling great, man. I don't know, for some strange reason, I woke up at 1 o'clock this morning, and then I was just watching like more inspirational shit and just like get my mental together, get my state right. But like I was saying, I feel like I finally arrived, you know? because I'm just not getting having those same emotional reactions that I used to have. And it's a beautiful feeling, man. So I urge everybody, y'all, all of y'all watching this video with this poor lighting, with me sitting in the car at 5 o'clock in the morning, you know, feeling like Batman myself, because ain't nobody really out here like that. It's a couple of people that, you know, up early in the morning. Shout out to my 5 o'clock people who get it in mad early. But just don't let anybody else dictate who you want to be. You know, you get to determine that. Your past is your past. It doesn't exist anymore. So you got to be able to start letting that shit go. Because until you do, and a lot of times it's forgiveness too. You got to forgive the people who told you the things that they told you, whether somebody told you something that you carried up until this point that's continuously hindering you right now and hindering your progress. But you got to delete those self-limiting beliefs, and you got to forgive yourself too. You got to forgive yourself too, because that's a very powerful thing, you know. I really do appreciate those times in my life when I had to deal with all the severe depression that I had to deal with, and feeling alone, and you know, lack of self-love and all of that stuff, because everything that I've dealt with up until this point and the really, really, really dark times that I look back on, it really crafted me to become the person that I am. And if I didn't have that really strong sense of, I won't say justice, I'll say if I really didn't have like those occurrences happen in my life that touched me to the point, you know, with that deep emotional impact, I would not be doing the things that I'm doing right now. And that's why I go so hard about the unstoppable mindset, because I came from a very depressed state. I came from being a complete loser, basically, you know, drinking every single day and just not taking care of myself, not loving myself, and being afraid to really just look myself in the mirror and just really, you know, be like, hey, this is what's going on. Let's deal with it. So, but if I never, you know, I had to get there so I can get here. Because if none of that happened, I wouldn't even be making these videos. You wouldn't even be seeing my face. You probably wouldn't even know who I am. But I have a purpose that's tied to the things that I've dealt with in my lifetime. And just always allow the things that you go through in life to build you up and make you a better person. Because that's really what it's for. Don't ever feel like you're getting punished. Because that's the wrong way of thinking, man. You're not getting punished. You're getting crafted into becoming the person that you were meant to become. And, you know, pressure makes diamonds. So you want to be a diamond, baby, you got to deal with that pressure, you know? So that's just part of the game. But that's enough for the video. If anything resonated with you, leave it in the comments. Shout out to everybody who's continuously watching my content, man. Stay tuned. I'm going to continue to take y'all on this journey with me. I still got more stuff coming. I got another YouTube video I got to make today too as well, that has to do with motivation versus action, because a lot of people are they harp so much on motivation all the time, and it's not really about that. It's really about having a really, really strong sense of your why. You know, you have to have some type of burning desire within you that's going to, because motivation is just a feeling, man. You feel it today and then it's gone tomorrow. So stop putting your goals and the things that you want to accomplish on a feeling, because it's like, why would you do that? You know, you don't need motivation. You need something inside of you that touches your soul to the point where you can get up and take action every single day, whether you feel like it or not. And that's what you really need. And that's not motivation. That's something that's a deeper sense of why. That's a purpose. So you need to figure out what your purpose is and why, and tie your and anchor yourself to it. Anchor your goal to that pain, you know, to the trauma, whatever it is, whatever that strong emotion is that gives you an intense sense of duty and purpose. That's the thing that you need, because that's the power within you. And that's going to create that burning desire to where nothing can extinguish that fire. And that's what keeps you going. It's not motivation. But we'll talk more about that in that video once it comes. But yeah, if you like the video, man, like the video. If you got a comment for me, leave it down below. And if you guys just want help, the link to getting in contact with me for a free 15-minute call is inside of the description. If you've been dealing with depression, if you're tired of being stuck, and you want to just speak with somebody who's been there, click that link, man, and schedule your call to talk to me. Because all I want to do is just help as many people as I possibly can, you know, because goodwill is going to pay me dividends. And that's really what it was about. Because I wish when I was going through the shit that I was going through, I wish I had somebody like me now to talk to, because I didn't have anybody. So that's today's video, man. And everything, like I always say, no obstacle is greater than the power that you have within. All right, y'all stay unstoppable. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. Y'all stay unstoppable. All right, I'm gonna go sweat and get sexy. Peace.